Hello. With this video, I want to serve you who is listening. Hello there, how are you? And it's about awakening, spiritual awakening, consciousness and enlightenment. And I want to briefly explain it so you have a reminder, or maybe a new set of words, or you can reflect one more time on this topic from a unique perspective. So, to me, spiritual awakening is the realization that we are not the mind. You probably have heard this a lot of times. And if you click this video, this might not be something new to you. Yet still, it will come about at one point. At least the vision that my person sees is a global spiritual awakening into so-called unity consciousness for humanity. And the key factor to awaken spiritually is to realize that we are not our thoughts. It is very simple. And it's not so much, I'm saying not so much about having a quiet mind. In the first place, it is more about knowing, in quotation marks. At first, it will probably be a belief. And that's fine, but believing or knowing that we are not the mind. The most important thing, or the easiest thing that you can do, is creating gaps in your thinking. When you just have a silent moment, you will notice that even in a silent moment, you don't cease to exist, right? You are still here. But there are no thoughts. So for you to be something, that would mean when it's gone, you are gone. But the thoughts we can rule out, because when we stop thought for just a few seconds, we are still here, right? And I know you might have heard this a lot of times, but that's fine. But what is still here? What is still here? The thing that is still here is something, in quotation marks, inside of you. In quotation marks, because, we are also not the body, I guess. So, the thing that is still here is awareness. Or let's be totally honest, the thing that is still here is the now. Thoughts are gone, we are silent, there is silence. What is still here? And when we don't entertain this present moment in quotation marks, or some call it the screen, some people call it the screen, they say all there is just the screen that you're looking at. You know, this is words again. Some call it the screen, some call it the now, some call it awareness. What if we don't call it anything? What if we just stop using any words for a moment? And now just imagine you would do this for a long time, for 10 minutes, 15 minutes or hours. What would be left is just this. Just this. And a lot of separations would fall away, because when we think, then we say, I am here, you are there, this is the drum, this is my body. You know, these things are words that we have used, and we have invented these words to describe this. And then at some point we noticed that describing this with these invented words separates things, obviously. There is a cup, there is a pen, here we have some paper. So everything then is separated when we use the words. Otherwise, if we don't use words, we don't think, we don't say words, or if we know that even if there are still thoughts coming up inside our head, we have that knowing, oh, this is just a train of thought, but it is not me. This does not define me or my reality. This is just the invented words that replay in this now moment. We cannot even say these thoughts are, these sounds, these thoughts are in my head, because that's all invented words. This is my head. We don't know if they are in our head. Like, this is the separation, the thinking. This is my head, this is the thoughts, this is inside here. We don't really know. We don't really know. And yeah, if we don't use any of these separations, then when we have a train of thought, we don't identify with it, you know, because you surely, I know you have heard all of this probably before. Hi to you if you are new to this. That's also nice. Yeah, I know a lot of people have heard this before. If you are already engaging with meditation and dropping the ego, dropping the thought, dropping the mind. But still, I'm just here to pass this energy on one more time, to create this spiritual awakening that we are already in, that is already here. So we might still have thoughts coming up, but we don't think, oh yeah, that's me, and we are completely entrained in them. We are not 100% unconsciously being taken by the thought and going with it 100%. Thoughts might come up, but then there's also this thought or awareness. Oh, this is just thoughts. We then see thoughts as something outside of us. Just like when I look at these shoes or the plant over here, I am not thinking, this is me, I am the plant, right? We have distinguished with our words, we have separated the plant. Or here my bicycle. Thank you, brother, for gifting me this bicycle. We don't say, oh, look, there I am, the bicycle. But when it comes to thoughts, we say this is my thoughts, and we easily over-identified with them in the past, right? So yeah, that's all that this spiritual practice of meditation and thinking about these spiritual topics does, is it takes the power of the thoughts away. And we can go further and just, the more these thoughts lose their power over us, and the more we become conscious that we are not the thoughts, not the person, because we can only be the person when we think, I am the person. We can only be the body when we think, I am this body. That's all thought-based. When we drop the thoughts and the believing in the thoughts, all that is this. And basically one could say, but probably shouldn't say, because we use words again, but a more precise description of who we are might be just this moment. We shouldn't again say something and say, yeah, everyone is his moment. It would be maybe a better description, a better usage of words, because then we had more of a unity feeling, right? If we tell ourselves, I am this moment, then we will treat each other, we will treat other people like they are us. We will completely embrace everything more, right? Wow, this wood. Wow, look at this wood. But still, you see, this is again thoughts. It is probably not the ultimate state. The ultimate state is probably silent being, so to speak. Again, this is words, but I am making a talk, so I have to say something, right? But you get it, you get me, just don't think many times, again and again, create gaps of silence and just be, and then just notice how you are still there, even though you are silent, how you are still here. So you are not the thoughts, and it helps a lot. you will still have thoughts. You won't lose your mind. You will not go crazy or something, you know. You will still have thoughts. You will still have a person, this person that says, I am this and that guy. I am Gabrielle. I am Susie. I am Jason, so and so years old, but maybe, you know, not maybe, you will see the person that is made out of your thoughts, out of the thoughts. You will see that person, but at the same time you will know it's not you. So then you will live in the dimension of the person, but now also you will live in the dimension of consciousness. So you will have expanded, and from that expanding, you will be in a higher vibration. You will be I'm not saying enlightenment in quotation marks, enlightenment, you know, because enlightenment again is a word, but it points towards that more silent and more being and more conscious state. But still it has to be dropped also, because it's again just a word, right? It's separating someone else from the enlightened one, and then we have a split again, a duality again. Ultimately it has to be dropped, but yeah. I'm not saying you will feel better, I'm not saying you will be happy. There still will be all feelings if you are disidentified with your person. And that's fine. But to me, a higher consciousness, what I experienced, you know, this is story time, because my person is speaking. So, and the thoughts, I don't know how real they are. I'm not going to say they are a complete illusion, but yeah, this is story time. But for me, becoming more aware, more conscious, has made me be more open to spiritually expanding, and that means what I truly experience right now is I'm more focused on love, I'm more focused on doing my best with people, I am more drawn to being a better person, I am so much more drawn to the light, to people who speak positive, to speaking positive, to helping others, to appreciating the beauty of the world, appreciating the positive things, in quotation marks of course, because, you know, this is concepts, but still I can consciously see that my person, which is made up of thoughts, has drastically improved. My person is so much more positive. You could say, oh, that's meaningless, because it's just the ego saying that. But I mean, look at children. They don't think a lot, right? They just are. And of course they are not perfect, but they show, in a way, how we were designed to be. Happy, loose, enjoying, you know, pure. They are pure. They are very light. And to me it feels that disidentifying with the thought brings you back more into that state, 100%. And it is not easy to say that consciousness and spiritual awakening and disidentifying from the ego has brought this about. I could also say, yeah, my life has brought me there, or my hardship, my challenges, they have brought me there. But it was both. Like, it was many things. This is a multi-dimensional reality, I guess. Again, this is story time, right? This is words, but still, it's all one, I guess. It's all one. Okay, I kind of want to wrap this up because I was talking very long about something that is the simplest thing in the world. I was talking very long and in depth about something that is the most simple thing in the world. I hope this helps. I hope this helps. I hope this brings you closer to this now moment. And I hope that this will bring love, more peace, more harmony, more kindness, more light, more, all the good things to the world. If that's possible. That is possible, 100%. So yeah, much love. Have a nice day. Love you so much. We are all in this together. We are all one. We are one love. We are one family, one community, we are one tribe. We are one togetherness. Let's be open, be nice to each other. Let's love each other. Let's rejoice. Let's come together and let's forgive us and move on, and let's be positive and speak positive words and be good creators and create. Let's create a reality. Let's create paradise on earth, guys. I mean, we are already doing it, and the future doesn't exist because apparently only this moment exists. But yeah, still, let's all do our best and have some fun, guys, and look at the positive side. That's the biggest key is let's just all look at the positives, because then we become happy, and when we are happy, we don't think, and the borders, they melt. The separation goes away when we are happy, and we all, embrace this life like God wants us to enjoy this, whatever this is, this creation, this beautiful mystery that we are in. It's a present, guys. This is a present. This is the greatest thing ever. Much love. Have a nice day. Kissing your heart. Blessings. Peace.